Live from the state of San Andreas, your #1 news outlet here in the great state filled with sunshine and glory. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for none other than Weazel News. Good morning, San Andreas, bringing you some of the top news stories from across the state this morning. A few days ago, law enforcement officers were engaged in a high-speed pursuit with a taxi cab with 2 individuals inside of it that failed to yield for LEO on a routine traffic stop. The suspects then crashed in front of the Suburban on Route 68, where the driver fled into the store and engaged with officers in a shootout. None of the officers were injured, and the suspects still remain nameless as the investigation continues. I happened to catch up with Undersheriff of the Fairmount County Sheriff's Office, and he graced me with this interview. Let's watch. This is Frank Fenderbilt reporting live from the Suburban off of Route 68 at 4020. Mr. Undersheriff, would you care to comment on exactly what happened here tonight?
Absolutely, I'll comment to the best of my ability. Right now, I can tell you we have a young male, early 20s, reported in 911 that he stole and possibly kidnapped another person. Led us on a police pursuit. Right now, we don't know the status of the young man, but we can say shots were exchanged between police and the suspect. As going further with any other information, I cannot share any details of the investigation, and that's all we have for you right now, sir.
Absolutely. So you don't have any reason for him taking off or running or anything like that from you? Because I know he did lead you on a bit of a pursuit. Is that correct?
Correct. Right now, we're still investigating the main reason as to what the main crime he committed was and what he planned to do once he got to the Suburban clothing store here. Right now, our Bureau of Special Investigations is investigating it with the Criminal Investigation Division of the San Andreas State Police, and we're doing the best we can to get some answers for the public.
Outstanding. Thank you very much. Is it going to be you should the public be worried here with this incident taking place? It seems like there's been quite a bit of a surge in crime here as far as police-involved shootouts go with suspects. Should the public be concerned with these individuals out there that are obviously leading you on pursuits and end up getting into a shootout? Is there reason for public concern?
Absolutely not. Right now, we have the best law enforcement in this state. We have the San Andreas State Police, the finest of their cooperation, the Fairmount City Police Department, Sonora Valley Police Department, Fairmount County Sheriff's Office, all of us working in unison, doing the best we can. As of right now, we have nothing recent of any of the citizens of San Andreas getting injured. Right now, it's strictly police versus suspect. What I can caution you is to travel, together with others at night. It is the warm summer weather. Everybody knows that once the weather gets a little bit warmer, people start to get more active, whether that be good or bad. But right now, all I can do is caution you to travel with one another. Be careful whose vehicle you get into, know where you're going, and make sure your loved ones know where you are.
Outstanding. Well, thank you very much for your time, Mr. Undersheriff.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Undersheriff Luke J. Frank Fenderbilt, Weazel News. For the second time this month, a local farmer's cattle have wandered their way off the farm and gone on parade down Route 68. We were unable to catch a comment from LEO on scene. However, it does make you think, will there be a look into farming regulations in San Andreas? More on that to come. Our breaking news story for the day comes out of Fairmount City at the Fairmount International Airport. Let's have a look at the dash cam footage from the incident. I must warn you that the contents may be disturbing to some, so watch at your discretion. Police engaged in a pursuit which led them onto an active runway, which then ended with the detention of one suspect. As you can see, the suspect was clearly in cuffs and complying with LEO on scene, but that apparently wasn't good enough for the chief of police of the Fairmount City Police Department. Chief Eric Reed granted us an interview after the fact. Let's watch, folks, and see what he has to say. Care to give us a statement on what happened here?
Sure. So, about 2 hours ago, we received several 911 calls about a man that was racing his sports car on active runways here, apparently in broken through the gates. Upon arriving on scene, we witnessed the vehicle and began to give chase. The vehicle did not stop. It was chased for about 10 to 15 minutes all over the runways. Assistance was called in from the FCSO and the CSP who ran into the chase, and eventually the man crashed into an airplane that was sitting back there, the yellow Adios airlines airplane back there was damaged in the crash. Suspect was boxed in, at which point he began to run on foot. We, at that point, deployed a taser, as well as a less than lethal beanbag shotgun, which was to the suspect. However, we discovered that the man was under the influence of LSD, most likely at this time. We'll have a confirmation on that later. But we did find LSD in his vehicle, and, as well as cocaine. So the suspect was extremely difficult to restrain, so therefore more resources than usual were required to restrain the person, including, like I said, but not limited to beanbag shotgun, taser. No lethal force was used on the suspect. However, during the pursuit, the suspect
48, I'm going to be 19 back to the county to drop off my sheriff car, then I'll be 10-7, 10-48, or 10-41, 10-42.
Baggage vehicles, and at that point we do consider the subject to be potentially harmful and dangerous, so we brought the subject in submission with the less lethal tools that we have. Nobody except for the suspect was hurt in the incident. The suspect is expected to make a full recovery and did suffer from what we would describe as minor injuries.
Outstanding. So to sum it up, suspect was under the influence of narcotics, running on an active runway, and police gave chase and brought him into submission with less than lethal use of force.
That would be correct. We didn't need to use lethal force in this instance, despite the fact that he did attempt to run over one of the workers. We were able to subdue him without further incident.
Outstanding. Well, thank you for your time, Chief Reed.
No problem.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, Chief Reed here at Los Santos International Airport. Frank Fenderbilt, Weazel News. Well, we will let the public decide on that verdict. Police brutality, or he got what he deserved. Stay tuned for more action-packed news stories with us here on your one and only trusted news outlet. With Weazel News, I'm Frank Fenderbilt. Good day, San Andreas.